so kind, and great walk-in music selection. We're so honored and humbled to be recognized and to have the work of Impact Engine recognized here, especially because we respect the YWCA and their work so much. It means that much more to us. To us, corporate social innovation is the future, in that it means that the future is going to require capitalism and capitalists to accept that they are a part of society and society is part of capitalism. In school, I learned that it's much more efficient to treat human and environmental impacts as externalities, or in other words, put them to the side, make your business decision that will make you the most money, and then government will set the rules to protect people in the environment, or nonprofits will fix the problems that get created for people in the environment. I decided a long time ago that I don't think that system is working, and I believe that for capitalism to sustain, we have to do better. We have to have a different way of thinking about it, and we have to be inclusive from the beginning of environment and humanity in the capitalist decisions that we're making. That is why I worked in urban economic development, not with a lens toward how government could help, which is also important, but with a lens towards what investors should be investing in to develop sustainable jobs and wealth. That is why I worked at McDonald's Corporation in their supply chain, not with a lens of how to make money at all costs, and also not with a lens toward philanthropy or what they could give away or give back, but with a lens toward finding the win-wins that can improve social and environmental outcomes in their supply chain around the world while also building the business. Everything had a very clear business case at the same time. And that is why I have been an impact investor for the last 7 years, where as an investor, I demand more. It is not enough to make money. You also have to think about what world you're leaving from making that money, because that's the world you still live in and others live in. At Impact Engine, we only invest in companies that will make us money and do good. We specifically look for companies that are solving some of the most intractable social and environmental issues that we face. Like Regroup Telehealth, which is based here in Chicago and is helping to close the supply-demand gap in mental health care. Or My Village, a women-run company we invested in, which is creating more affordable daycare options by empowering qualified childcare providers to open up their own high-quality centers at home. As a society, it is imperative that we all see this opportunity for this both and capitalism. So it's not an either or, it's not a trade-off, which is what most people assume. It is a win-win.
Thank you to the YWCA team and community. We're really honored to be sitting alongside all these other leaders being honored because it really represents the best of Chicago, the inclusive, collaborative ecosystem in the impact world here. And I also want to say that it's amazing to be honored alongside Jessica, really one of my biggest role models in this space as well, and it's a great partnership we have alongside our other partners at Impact Engine. We're really proud of our team. As Jessica said, Impact Engine invests in companies producing win-wins. That's it, only that. I began my career in the investment industry with a vision that all investors would choose this if given the choice. And it's the investment industry that doesn't offer that choice. So I decided to go in the investment industry and spent the past 15 years designing, investing in, and managing impact investing products to make that shift possible. And over this time, I've seen more companies and investors embrace this dual objective. Today, roughly 20% of all professionally managed assets at least consider social and environmental impact. There's still so much work to be done to ensure management and accountability of those assets, but it is certainly a step in the right direction. When I began this journey when I was 20 years old, I was so focused and adamant about this big picture goal of reinventing capitalism that I failed to stop and pause and think about how my own identity as an LGBTQ woman of color might get in the way of succeeding, or how it might actually be part of what influences my decision to invest this way. I'm sure you all know the statistics about women in leadership positions in private equity and entrepreneurs of color receiving venture funding are quite dismal. What's not discussed as frequently is how the lack of minority groups influencing investment decisions is part of why 80% of the capital still goes to companies with absolutely no regard for their impact on people on the planet. Those people making decisions, they're not impacted by the negative externalities of those companies. So this intersection is really part of the work. And this is why impact investing, led by people who understand our society's needs, and how that's really essential to ensuring that impact investing actually makes an impact. And at Impact Engine, we are very proud of our firm's track record and portfolio that includes 50% women CEOs, 27% non-white CEOs, and 50% of our companies are headquartered between the coasts, not on them. All of these companies are going to make our investors wealthy, but they're also driving measurable positive outcomes like greater access to education, better health outcomes for the people who aren't getting it, greater economic empowerment, and more sustainability of our planet. We're here to prove that both and capitalism works when you have a diverse team and an intentional strategy.